When you pray, then you are in prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. 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 When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. Happy equinox. Today is Monday, March 20th, 2023. In the Northern Hemisphere right now, this is the spring equinox. And in the Southern Hemisphere, it is the autumn equinox. It's a special Earth Day of power. So welcome to our Planetary Pooja. We're about to do a live in-depth planetary puja using the chart of now based on my current location in the state of New Mexico in the USA. Today will be a little bit funky because Ronnie Donna, that is the person that creates the videos each week for each of the days of the week using the charts that I send over to her, is having a computer problem. So she wasn't able to make the videos for this week. So I'm using an old video from last week, and when it comes time to show the chart, I'm going to have to pause the share, manually show the chart for today, the correct chart, and then flip back to the video. So it'll be a little bit funky today, and please bear with me, as this will be the first time that I'm trying to do this. So we'll go ahead and keep on moving here. My name is Swamini Valli. I'm happy to be hosting this program Monday through Friday on this channel. I'm a Pillai Center teacher and priestess and an AstroVed astrologer. Dr. Pillai has talked about how the planets and stars are more than just objects in outer space. There is a divine light being associated with all of them. And in doing the puja, we are inviting the positive blessings of these light beings to come into our lives and also into our world. And this is the part where I'm going to have to manually switch over to the chart for today. Just one moment as I do that. So I'm going to have to stop the share and pick up the share that I want. And hopefully that's what you're now seeing on the YouTube screen, is the chart of today, March 20th, 2023, again, based on my current location here in New Mexico. So to do the puja, I have some things to help me with that. I have drawn the chart in chalk on a little chalkboard that's sitting on the side table. And I also have some water, a lit tea light, an incense stick, a little raisin, and a bowl of fresh flower petals. Flower petals and flowers have tremendous purity. And when we're holding a flower or a flower petal, as we say a mantra or do a prayer, the flower petal has such purity, it can take the mantra or the prayer right into another dimension, into the Akashic realm, and update our Akashic records. So we're very grateful to the little flower petals that we're using for doing the puja. To start the puja, I'm sprinkling some water on all four sides of the blackboard chart to purify the space for the puja, symbolically. Sprinkling some water on top of myself to symbolically purify me, and sending a few drops of water out into space to symbolically purify all of you, whether you're watching this live or later on a replay. Next, we invoke Ganesha to remove obstacles. Om Shring Gam, Om Shring Gam, Om Shring Gam. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja. And I ask him to remove obstacles in the lives of all of the participants in the physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual areas of your life. I ask him to remove obstacles for you now and always. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba. Now we start the puja with looking at honoring the time elements that are active right now in my current area. We start with the planet that's ruling the day. Today is Monday, which is ruled by the moon. I'm going to put the flower petals on the moon on the little blackboard chart as I do the mantras for him. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet. We also honor Rahu, as Dr. Pillai associates Rahu with Monday as well. I'm going to put the flower petals now on Rahu on the blackboard chart. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the star that the moon is in. The moon is currently in a star called Satabisha, a star that is sometimes called 100 physicians because it has so much healing energy. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Satabishaye Namaha. Om Satabishaye Namaha. Om Satabishaye Namaha. Next, I honor the Tithi, or the moon phase. In my local area right now, it's the 14th waning moon, called Chaturdasi in Sanskrit. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Chaturdasi Devye Namaha. Om Chaturdasi Devye Namaha. Om Chaturdasi Devye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that's ruling the hour. In my local area right now, this is still the moon. So I put the flower petals again on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Now we acknowledge the yoga and the karana time elements. For these, Dr. Pillai said we would not use flower petals. We would say their names 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called Subha, which has energies that are auspicious. Subha, Subha, Subha. And the karana that's active right now is one called Sakuna, which has energies that can be devious. Sakuna, Sakuna, Sakuna. Now, we turn our attention to the chart of the moment. Dr. Pillai said we would start this part of the puja with looking at whatever sign is the ascendant sign, represented here with the letters AC. This is in the sign of Meena or Pisces. He said we would start with the planet ruling the ascendant sign. Jupiter is the planet that rules Pisces, and we honor him right now as a gesture to his importance at the moment. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Today in Pisces, we have the planets of Neptune, the Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter. We start with honoring Neptune, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune is in a star called Purva Bhadrapada, a star that can give blessings toward enlightenment, charity, and purification. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Purva Bhadrapada star is ruled by Aja Ekapada, an archetype who can help us to experience deeper levels of stillness and forgiveness. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Purva Bhadrapada star is ruled by Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we're going to honor the Sun and Mercury together. They're both in the same star. So I will invoke both Sun and Mercury before I invoke the star. I start with the Sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Next, we honor Mercury for being in Pisces. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. The Sun and Mercury are both in a star called Uttara Bhadrapada, a star that can give blessings for business development, according to Dr. Pillai. We honor this star, and I put the flower petals across the Sun and Mercury. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Uttara Bhadrapada star is ruled by Ayurabundia, an archetype who can help to guard treasures and valuables. I put the flower petals across the Sun and Mercury. Om Ayurabundiaye Namaha. Om Ayurabundiaye Namaha. Om Ayurabundiaye Namaha. Uttara Bhadrapada star is ruled by Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Now we honor Jupiter for being in Pisces. I put flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Jupiter is in a star called Revati, a star that gives blessings for wealth and also for travel. Om Revatiye Namaha. Om Revatiye Namaha. Om Revatiye Namaha. Revati's star is ruled by Pushan, an archetype who helps with animals and those who take care of animals, and he also helps with travelers. Om Pushanye Namaha. Om Pushanye Namaha. Om Pushanye Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Meena, or Pisces, the most transcendental of all the zodiac signs, today containing Neptune, a planet that can help with our intuition and also help us to understand our own inner life. The Sun, which is our soul, and also a planet so important for health and our self-esteem. Mercury, a planet that helps with communication and business and our own sense of humor. And Jupiter, a planet that helps with everything related to spirituality, our ability to receive spiritual teachings, and our relationships with our spiritual teachers. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Misha or Aries, which today contains Venus and Rahu and Uranus. Venus and Rahu are in the same star, so we honor both of them before we invoke the star. I start with Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Next, we honor Rahu for being in Aries. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Venus and Rahu are both in a star called Ashwini, a star symbolized as the head of a horse. It's a star that can give blessings for both speed and for healing. Om Ashwinihe Namaha. Om Ashwinihe Namaha. Om Ashwinihe Namaha. Ashwini star is ruled by the Ashwini Kumaras, horse-headed twins who have great healing energies and are sometimes called the physicians of the gods. Om Ashwini Kumarasye Namaha. Om Ashwini Kumarasye Namaha. Om Ashwini Kumarasye Namaha. Ashwini star is ruled by Ketu. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Now we honor Uranus for being in Aries. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Uranus is in a star called Bharani, a star that has a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti or power. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Bharani star is ruled by Yama, an archetype of justice. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Bharani star, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Misha or Aries, which is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Misha or Aries, a sign symbolized with the image of a ram, an animal that can go into the rocky high places. I have a house guest and we went traveling over the weekend, and we were in a part of New Mexico where she saw a ram and took a picture of him. And he blended in so well with the rocky background that I actually had a hard time making him out when she took the picture. But it was really cool. He was hanging out, resting with his family, and he blended into the rocks really well. So the ram, the energy of Aries, it is a fire sign. It has very active energy. And the symbol is the ram, an animal that can get up into the rocky high places that some of the other animals can't get to. It has a sense of adventure with the zodiac sign. Today, this sign contains Venus, planet of happiness and joy, and enjoyment of material plane comforts and the arts. And Rahu, a planet that helps us to think outside the box, and a planet that helps us to make friends with new technologies. My friend had rented a car for us to go traveling around in, and it had some features neither of us were familiar with. And it took a while to figure some of that out. So I was happy that we were getting some support for learning something about new technologies in cars. And Uranus, the planet that helps us with success in life and higher intelligence, and also a planet that helps with astrology. We pause for a moment and reflect on all of this. Now, the next Rasi or sign going in a clockwise direction around the chart that has a planet in it is Matuna or Gemini, which today contains Mars. We honor Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in a star called Mrgashira, a star that can give blessings toward enlightenment and also give us blessings to have the curiosity, to have new experiences, go new places, have fresh adventures. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mrgashiraye Namaha. Om Mrgashiraye Namaha. Om Mrgashiraye Namaha. Mrgashira's star is ruled by Soma, a liquefied form of the moon in which he is a divine nectar, the Amrita, the nectar of immortality. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Somaye Namaha. Om Somaye Namaha. Om Somaye Namaha. Mrgashira's star is ruled by Mars. I put more flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Gemini, which is Mercury. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Matuna or Gemini, a zodiac sign with a great range of energies, today containing Mars, a planet of willpower, a planet that likes to take practical action to solve problems, and a planet that likes to be victorious and triumphant. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Matuna or Gemini, which today contains Ketu. We honor Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu is in a star called Swati, a star symbolized as young shoots of plants blowing in the wind. Dr. Pillai says it's a planet that can give divine blessings. It gives blessings for freedom, for independence. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Swati's star is ruled by Vayu, an archetype who controls the wind and the air element. He's also the father of Hanuman. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Libra, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula or Libra, a zodiac sign that has energies for balance, fairness, and harmony, today containing Ketu, who is sometimes called the saintly planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Continuing in a clockwise direction, the next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Makara or Capricorn, which today contains Pluto. I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Pluto is in a star called Uttara Ashada, a star that can give long-lasting blessings for success. I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 archetypes who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. We ask for blessings from all 10 of them, and I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on him. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can help activate ancient past life skills and abilities, today containing Pluto, a planet that helps with rationality and science. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign that has a planet in it is Kumbha or Aquarius, which today contains Saturn and the moon. Both Saturn and the moon are in the same star, so we will invoke both of the planets before we honor the star. I start with honoring Saturn and put flower petals on him. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Next, we honor the moon for being in Aquarius. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Saturn and the moon are both in a star called Satyabisha, a star symbolized as an empty circle. It has tremendous healing energies, and it is sometimes is called 100 physicians. I put the flower petals across Saturn and the moon. Om Satyabishaye Namaha. Om Satyabishaye Namaha. Om Satyabishaye Namaha. Satyabisha's star is ruled by Varuna, archetype who rules the rains and the oceans. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Satyabisha's star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Satyabisha's star ruled by Rahu. Now we honor the planet that rules Aquarius, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kumbha or Aquarius, the most humanitarian and service-oriented of all the zodiac signs, today containing Saturn, planet of patience and compassion, and the moon, which is our mind and our emotions, and a planet that can help us to be receptive to light. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, I take a lit tea light and I hold it above the blackboard that has the chart drawn in chalk and the many piles of flower petals. And in the air, I circle it around the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of light to all of these divine beings we have just invoked. Next, I take a lit incense stick to offer the air element, and I'm going to wave that above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the air element and also a sweet fragrance. Next, I ring a bell, offering the element of sound. Now, I take a little raisin, a small fruit symbolizing the earth element, and I pass that above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. And later, I'm going to eat that little raisin as a prasad or a blessed food. Now, I make prayer hands, and I make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked. I ask them to send their positive blessings into the lives of all of us, and also into the lives of our families, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, a safe place to live, clean air to breathe, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs, and may everyone on this planet have love in their life, now and always. I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I ask for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of you on this equinox day, that between this equinox and the upcoming solstice in June, that you are able to materialize your goals and fulfill your dreams. And I make a bow. Now, you can continue your prayers in silence for a minute. This is the funky part where I'm going to have to switch out the chart to go back to our video. So please just make your prayers in silence while I do that today, as Ronnie had a computer glitch over the weekend that prevented her from making new videos for me. Okay, one moment while I'm trying to do that. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm wishing you all a very happy equinox. I will be doing a group fire lab tonight through the Manifest with Fire program in honor of Goddess Bhumi, the Earth Goddess. And the information for that is on the March Manifest with Fire page on the Pillai Center site. And I put the link for that particular fire lab up above in the chat earlier this morning. Right now, if you have questions, you're welcome to post them into the chat, and I will do my best to try and answer them. Again, the equinox is a day when the amount of daylight and the amount of sunlight and nighttime is about equal. And it's one of the 4 special earth times during the year, the 2 equinoxes and the 2 solstices. And these are days of personal power for everyone. It's a good day to reflect on what you've accomplished since the solstice in December, and to look at what are your goals between now, today's equinox, and the summer solstice. What is it you would like to get done over the next 3 months? And to be clear about your goals. Evelyn is asking, is the Fire Lab tonight a paid program? Yes, the Fire Lab tonight that I'm doing is part of the paid program of Manifest with Fire. I will be doing a free Fire Lab on March 30th in honor of Rama Navami, the birthday of the classical Rama. And that will be free, and it will be on Pillai Center Practice Channel at 9 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So the one tonight is a paid program. Manifest with Fire is a paid program. Sorry if that wasn't quite clear. I just know I'm doing a fire lab tonight, and I'm happy to be doing that on a special day like today, the equinox. It will help empower your goals for the next 3 months, is part of the intention of that fire lab. All right. Good question, Evelyn. Thank you for asking that. Any other questions today? Again, I apologize for the funkiness of working with the video today. As I said, Ronnie has a computer glitch, and this will be what I'm doing at the moment to keep our program going. I've asked her if the software she uses to create the videos is something that maybe I could buy and do them myself, but I haven't heard back from her on that. So in the meantime, it'll be just this little bit of a funky swapping in and out during the program. And I'm sorry for the inconvenience of that. I'm wishing Ronnie well, and we are all hoping she has her computer issues fixed very, very quickly. She does so much work for all of us with her computer, with audios and videos, etc. All right. Not seeing any other questions this morning in the chat, so I'll go ahead and let you go and enjoy your equinox. It's also a nice day to spend some time in nature if you have the opportunity to do that, if the weather and your schedule permits, just to spend a little bit of time in nature, sending our love into planet Earth and Mother Goddess, the Mother Earth as well. All right, we'll continue on with the video. And we love it when you subscribe to the channel, when you like the video, and I will be here again tomorrow. Namaste to everyone. The light in me truly honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all.